Samuel Butler said, "The truest characters of ignorance are vanity and pride and arrogance," meaning ignorance has never been easy for anyone either to overcome or to conquer in its entirety, because ignorance is such a dangerous condition that it not only sticks to our character and interrupts our actions, behaviors, and encounters, but it also is an infection in itself, and it slowly and steadily turns into a contagious infection and becomes an infectious disease that spreads rapidly to also the others around us in society. And that's why we must always try to go to great lengths, not only to identify and recognize our ignorance as well as our sources of ignorance, arrogance, aggression, and other sorts of insecurities, but we must also have the willingness, the drive, the determination, the intention that enables us and tells us to not only deal with all these problems with great wisdom, intelligence, and character, but also ultimately to overcome and conquer all of these self-imposed and dangerous barriers, boundaries, and obstacles that obviously cripple our psychology and paralyze our whole character and mentality, and also block relationships and the flow of love, emotion, kindness, and understanding into our hearts. And obviously we face unnecessary rejection and betrayal from the others because of our ignorance and because of our ignorant behavior, action, and choices and decisions. So ignorance has many characters about it. Ignorance is not always an entity by itself, but it basically unravels and unfolds itself into a few other entities, such as the primary and the truest characters of ignorance are vanity, pride, and ignorance. So if the person has vanity, pride, and arrogance about himself as well as in his character and actions, then he obviously almost always has ignorance in the first place, because ignorance is the only condition that leads to the development of vanity, pride, and arrogance in the character as well as in the mentality and action. So we basically must be willing, and we have to have the willingness, the strength, the fortitude, the determination that enables us to overcome not only ignorance in its entirety, but also all of its related and associated conditions that relate to ignorance, such as vanity. Vanity is very bad alongside pride. Pride leads to downfall, and arrogance leads to the destruction of relationships.